Hello and welcome to a new and very unique episode of Wrestling with Memories. I'm Fash, he's Wax, and we're actually in Los Angeles, our first trip to the US, and we're here on the road to Wrestlemania. We will be in Las Vegas covering Wrestlemania live. How do you feel about it all, Wax?
I'm so excited, Fash. This is going to be a unique occasion for us. We've never attended WrestleMania before. Our first ever show, a show in the States. When I look at the setting that we're at just now, obviously we're in LA, heading to Las Vegas in a couple of days, and we're going to be really excited to see the big show. But let's talk about the build-up, Fash.
Well, just before that, Wax, maybe we should tell some of the viewers that are not locals where we are.
Oh
Because I
yeah,
know you love this place, you recommended it. So yeah, give them a little synopsis.
we are at Griffith Observatory, which is an amazing viewpoint in LA. It's getting a little bit cold just now. The clouds
It's more
cover
like
it.
Scotland right now.
It feels like Scotland, definitely, very much it does. The sun is setting, there's a bit cloudy. The Hollywood sign is just on the other side of us. You can see the city, downtown LA, in the background. An amazing setting for this very special video. We've got a very special friend on the other side of the camera who won't be introduced yet. He is our very special third man, Fash. So
Yeah, he's our new executive producer, and we will introduce him later on. He will be in Las Vegas as well. We're talking about the big event, Wax. I've got a few questions on this. The build has been getting a lot of discussion. Do you think there's been missteps since Elimination Chamber when we saw that big heel turn from John Cena?
Yeah, well, I think up to Elimination Chamber, obviously that big turn from John Cena was absolutely amazing. I
Yeah.
think we were all very, very excited to see where it went. And then things went a little bit quiet because John
Yeah.
Cena was missing for a couple of weeks. And actually, I didn't watch the build until very recently, just a week ago, and I caught up with a lot of episodes. And in that gap, I was not that excited because people
Yeah.
were talking about it, negatively. But really, when I started watching, I did start getting into that main build between Cena and
Cody.
Cody. And I know the reasons that you're going to mention. We'll talk about those. I think the rest of the card, other than maybe the first night's main event, hasn't really shaped up that well.
Yeah, I think the whole thing, I think the criticism comes from not the Cena and Cody situation, but the fact The Rock was such a big part of it, and he's not been mentioned. Barring, a throwaway line from Cody Rhodes. Now, obviously, we have one more show left at the time we're recording before WrestleMania, but I think that's been the issue. And John Cena, I think, he cut a few promos, maybe not covering the things that people thought he would cover in terms of why he sold out. Was it desperation for the title? He's more just turned on the fans and said,
Yeah,
look, you
absolutely.
deserve this. So I think there's inconsistencies there. I'm really looking forward to the match. We'll talk about who we think is going to win the match. But yeah, it's not shaping up. At this point, I would have thought The Rock would have been mentioned. He might have appeared via satellite. We might have thought he's going to appear. Maybe Stone Cold Steve Austin's going to appear to counterweight that. That's not really happened. So yeah, it's a bit off. And I can see Triple H for the first time getting some criticism around it.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens. Who do you think is going to win that big match?
It's got to be John Cena. Surely, after such a big moment in his career turning heel, you've got to win the big one at WrestleMania.
The way this build's going, you probably think Cody Rhodes is going to win. But I think I'd agree with you. John Cena should win this one. He is scheduled for appearances after WrestleMania. That might be a sign. I think they need to regain the momentum. Obviously, something big has to happen at the end of WrestleMania. Something which will get a big reaction from the crowd again after Elimination Chamber. So I also agree that he will be the champion leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, let's see. We're going to talk about the build in a lot more detail maybe later on. Let's just touch upon the other main event from night one, Fash. We've got Seth Rollins against CM Punk against Roman Reigns and the whole Paul Heyman dynamics. Who do we think is... well, firstly, how do you think the build has been for that one?
Once again, I think the build's been great in terms of how the three of them have performed, especially CM Punk. I think, and Seth Rollins actually are probably MVPs. I think once again, what's lacking here and where the criticism comes from is what are they fighting for? And up to the point now where they've got the whole mystery around Paul Heyman, what's he going to do? There hasn't been something there. Is it a title shot? Is it something bigger than that? Where do they fit in with the other main event? That's been an issue this time. And I think it goes back to The Rock. Maybe, people expecting him to be at this event, maybe against Roman, maybe it's Cody, and then CM Punk doing something else, Seth doing something else, and that's not really materialized. But I think in terms of three of these guys having a match, it's huge.
It's a huge match.
And I think it's going to be great in terms of closing night one. But yeah, the build has maybe not been to the level what this match I think will be. The Paul Heyman factor makes it interesting. Will he turn on both of them? Does he join Seth? What does he do? So I'm excited about that one. And I think it's the right main event. It would have been great if it was for a title, but obviously the way the cards have fallen, that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, again, it's a strange one, right? Because these three guys really should be main eventing night two of WrestleMania, but obviously due to The Rock, due to Cena, Cody, they're not. I think it's going to be the highlight actually of the two nights potentially. this match could be excellent. And actually, I don't know where it's going. I don't know who could win.
This is the one that's probably unpredictable, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So looking forward to that. I mean, the other ones I want to just quickly touch
Yeah,
upon.
we'll pick somebody for this one.
Oh,
Let's
do
just
you want me to pick? Okay,
let's
well, I want to
spitball
go
right
for Seth Rollins because I feel like he's been the middleman almost in terms of not getting too much coverage.
Yeah.
And look, if people focus on CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and he could walk out the victor. I don't know about Paul Heyman aligning with him.
Yeah, people are saying that. I don't think they need that, and it's going to be strange for Roman. And I think for CM Punk, it would be a story. But if we're saying that Cena wins, Paul Heyman turns as well, I don't know. Maybe they're building more of the CM Punk Roman race. So I think a lot of people are saying Seth. I think it's a gamble worth taking from your point of view. But I'll be a little bit different. Say CM Punk's going to win it. He's going to get his big moment at WrestleMania. Roman's not going to be happy with it, and that will build to their story.
Sure.
Maybe a 1-1 down the line at SummerSlam.
Yep. Fans have accused the Fash of ignoring the women's division, but our new executive producer has made sure that we include
He's a big fan of the women.
Chat about the women's title matches. And actually, I'm actually quite excited about both matches. We've got Bianca Belair against Io Shirai, and we've got Rhea Ripley in that match. That's going to be I think a barnstormer match, that one. And
I don't get why Rhea's in this match. I agree with all people.
Well, I think she's the most popular wrestler in the business.
Once again, from a Triple H perspective, it's like she didn't really fit into the story. I think people wanted Bianca versus versus Rhea, but I think Io's very popular.
I actually don't think Io fits into the story.
She doesn't fit, but then Io's so popular that now she's there. So the match shouldn't be Bianca Io for the title, but people wanted Bianca Rhea before it. I think that's why they've kind of fallen into this. I think Io will get a huge ovation. Bianca's obviously getting booed at the building. I don't know why, but she is.
Yeah, that's a bit unfair on her considering what she's done. But I think they might be heading towards a heel Bianca Belair turn.
She's not lost at WrestleMania, right? So she's actually got a streak. So with that one, who do you think is going to win? I think
Bianca Belair actually is going to win that one. That's the one I want to someone who I want to win. And the other one, I think, which is turning into a grudge match now between two very similar personalities in Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. I don't know if you've noticed, Fash, but every time they've met, they've been dressed very similarly.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's very.
I noticed that as well. It's odd.
Yeah, but I think it's deliberate, obviously, that they're doing this because I think they're wanting to maybe hand over the reign to a Tiffany Stratton.
Well, the way they've been, everyone's seen this, right? It's been.
I don't think Charlotte wins this time.
Off the grid, though, in terms of the build-up. Obviously, Charlotte Flair going in business for herself, and Tiffany retaliating. No, she did, and then obviously Tiffany went below the belt. I think this could be a train wreck in a good way. I think the crowd is going to boo Charlotte out of the building. I might be one of the people also booing.
I think they're going to
be the character, not the person. And I think, that's the intrigue because this match didn't really have a lot of intrigue until they started getting personal. Everybody knows the backstory. Do you think Charlotte's going to win? I hope Tiffany wins.
I actually think it's still Tiffy time, Fash. Still Tiffy time, so I think she's going to win.
Let's go for that one because I think if Charlotte wins, I think that would be just going with the 101 booking, right? Give Tiffany a chance, and then you've got an opportunity to do something later on and see how that evolves.
Yeah. Well, that's the big four matches, Fash.
That's the big four matches.
We'll talk more about it in the next few days. We're going to Vegas tomorrow. Our executive producer is driving us all the way to Vegas tomorrow. Everyone's looking very forward to seeing what the atmosphere is like in Vegas. Our first show, as I said, in a place like the States, so looking forward to Fash.
Yeah, and this is the first time we're doing a video together, just side by side, so people see this Big Daddy Wakas here. You can see Big Wax.
We've ruined the illusion here for everybody.
Here. People thought maybe I was taller, he was smaller. I'm certainly the bigger man overall, and you know what I mean by that. But yeah, I mean, we're on the road to WrestleMania, as I said earlier. There's a stacked card there. The build we can talk about. I think the output is going to be bigger than the build, and I think it's going to be a great event. Looking forward to both nights. Now, if you see us as well on the Vegas Strip somewhere, do come and say hi. We want to interact with as many fans as we can and really just increase the reach of the podcast. We love doing this. We're big fans like all of you. In the meantime, please check us out on YouTube, Wrestling with Memories, on Instagram, TikTok. Just search the name. And look forward to interact with people at the biggest event that there is. So until then,
he's Fash, I'm Wax, and we'll see you soon.